Please put your hands together for our next fighter, Jay Richards.
So, on to our fifth bout of the day, and in the blue corner we have Jay Richards fighting out of Gym Box London, East London, and he's been doing MMA for 1 year. His favourite fighter is Cody Garbrandt, amazing fighter in his own right, and in terms of what he wants to achieve and do is work on his BJJ, get a blue belt and progress and have more fights. He's coming at 90.5 kilograms, and yeah, looking forward to seeing this fight between Jay Richards and our very own Ermir Sefa from the Blackbeard MMA team.
Do jiu-jitsu a lot of their clubs run by Cesar Lima, who gave me my blue belt a long time ago, and Max Lima also teaches at a couple of their clubs. And I can actually see
hands together for his
got
opponent, Ermir Sefa.
we've got a pro MMA fighter in his corner. Ermir Sefa, another fighter coming out of Blackbeard. Blackbeard quite prevalent tonight. He's 20 years old. Blackbeard are based in Slough. He's only been training for 3 months. He looks like quite a big lad from where I'm sitting. He likes George St. Pierre, who's widely considered to be one of the greatest fighters of all time. Not a bad guy to look up to. And he likes to fight for himself. He's not got anything to prove to anyone else except himself, which is actually a good way to look at it. Is like less pressure to deliver on anyone else other than yourself.
This is a light heavyweight MMA bout sponsored by Hijama Specialist. Introducing, in the blue corner, fighting out of London Gym Box, Jay Richards. And his opponent, in the red corner, fighting out of Slough, Blackbeard MMA, Ermir Sefa.
Our fifth bout of
Our referee,
the afternoon,
Daniel Mavahida,
is sponsored by Hijama Specialist.
Jay looks like well, I mean, it's hard. It's just looking at guys, you can never really tell what they've got to offer, right? Jay looks like quite stoic there and heavy
cool
set.
And calm. Yeah, I think he's definitely going to have the grappling pedigree. I can look for the shot straight away. I tell you what, Ermir Sefa, you know, he's very aggressive in his own submissions. He scrambles really well, and he's a strong guy. You know,
and you can see Jay's just looking to take him down. He's crouched down, low center of gravity, just looking to take down, and he's successful.
Nice takedown there, and Ermir Sefa straight into Paul's guard.
Interestingly, when Jay was going for the takedown, I think it was quite sloppy. He was looking down and not at Ermir, but when he got him against the cage, he managed to capitalize, showed great strength, and actually nice takedown towards the end.
Yeah, he wasn't disguising what he was going to do there, was he?
And let's face it, it's not like he can set it up with anything. He can't really actually throw a punch to the face. You know, but you know, to make him react maybe, but you know, you can tell once he was going to get his hands on him, you know, Ermir was only going to go down because he looks like a strong, powerful guy.
And I mean, he's got Ashley Grimshaw in his corner, who is a good grappler in his own right, and I won't be surprised if you know Jay's is also looking to grapple with him, which he's at the moment.
Interestingly, Ermir's got an open guard. Jay doesn't see, he can't feel it or he can't see it. He's not looking to get past. I think he's quite content sitting inside, doing a little ground and pound, hitting Ermir's ribs and arms there.
Yeah, I think he's just going to be taking instructions from Ashley Grimshaw in his corner there. Almost his hip exploded up, did Ermir. Looking. But I tell you what, it's going to be...
That's not going to be easy for Ermir to do. He needs to get the underhook.
Wow. To get back on his feet.
That was
See, I mean, when I said this guy scrambles, when he scrambles, he really does go for them. And he's done really well to end up on top and in the guard of his opponent.
Good work as well with some strikes.
It's interesting how different their guards are. Jay has his guard closed. Ermir had it open. And
good bicep control there by Ermir with his left hand.
Yeah, Ermir's, you know, he's holding that bicep down. He doesn't want to feel or get any more of those body shots coming towards him. because I'm sure Jay's a big guy, so if he throws from the top or the bottom, they're going to hurt. But
Yep.
he's doing really well, throwing heavy leather from the top. Is Ermir Sefa, Blackbeard MMA.
Jay trying to wrap up Ermir there to stop him throwing that right hand. But this is the chance now that Jay's opened the guard. I'd like to see, whenever these guys open their guard, I'd like to see a guy on top actually try to move past. But Ermir is tied up, so even if he needs to posture up, keep Jay's hips down, push one of the legs to the side and move to side control if you can. Ultimately moving
the
to...
referee's standing both fighters up. I mean, Jay was looking for an active guard there, had his feet on Ermir's hips.
Yep.
Okay, another attempted takedown there by Jay from Gymbox, but as we come to our first round, so interesting battle between these two fighters there. I mean, certainly we know what Jay's looking for. He's looking to sort of take his man to the floor, put his weight on him, and basically works on position from there. On the other hand, Ermir Sefa, obviously, he's striking as well. He's being very cautious of Jay's takedowns. Scrambling well, moving his hips out the way, and I think it's a close round so far. Okay, let's see how we fare now in round 2 of this light heavyweight bout.
Watch Jay if he goes to. It's interesting now they're striking. When Jay goes for the takedown, he's not doing it this round. The last round,
spinning back kick there by Ermir Sefa. Landed flush, but it hasn't really had much of an impact on Jay.
And he's circling well, and he's using the whole ring really well here and there.
Yeah. I mean, he's throwing in jumping knees. A powerful leg kick there by Jay.
Took away like a sweep.
Yeah, took away Sefa's legs. I think Ermir needs to get out of this position because Jay's going to force him to the floor, and then he may try to apply some sort of lock.
Obviously, very strong, very powerful. Just dragging Ermir down there.
Ermir needs to sit out. He's holding on to the shorts there. I don't know if the referee can see that. But Jay lands straight into mount from that scramble. Now, this is going to be a very difficult task for Sefa because Jay looks very heavy on top.
Jay's got his weight quite heavy. I think one thing all the guys done in all the bouts so far is that they not kept their hips down. But then Jay does look like a strong, powerful guy. He's actually able to control Ermir right now.
I mean, what I'll probably like to Ermir do, because there's no head strike, is push one knee out, get your hips out, and then get guard again, half guard, then work from there. Or you go against the cage, push back, screw out. But I mean, he's in a difficult position.
I think, like Shah mentioned earlier, right, that these types of MMA bouts, they favour the grappler. So even if Jay is throwing down strikes, Ermir doesn't have much to worry about getting strikes in the head. Exactly. So he can actually try to work getting Jay off and moving his hips and getting his legs out.
I mean, Sefa's trying to do whatever he can at the minute to sort of buzz Jay, but Jay with a heavy base, he's throwing leather to the ribs, and Ermir, he's only going to try, but he really needs to scoop his hips out, shrimp out, at least pull half guard, to give him some sort of chance to sort of defend the position he's in.
Jay's
some good strikes.
He's showing great active work from the top there, Jay. Like Shah's mentioned in a couple of other bouts, he's not going to finish him from the top here, but he's definitely active and he's definitely frustrating Ermir. If he can just keep this up, Ermir's, he needs to. Well, try. If I was Ermir at this point,
stay there.
I'd actually try to get my feet against the cage.
In all honesty, I'd actually stay in that position, clasp the hands, and just hope for the referee to stand us up because he seems to have the better striking. But saying that, I think at the start of this round, I think Ashley Grimshaw, his cornerman, have certainly said, for Jay to work his stand-up a bit more. But we're ending round 2, so another interesting round there. Certainly, Jay Richards from Gymbox, certainly won that round, finishing in the top position, scoring points there. And I think he's certainly one up on that round there compared to Ermir Sefa. So go, touch gloves. heavy kick there by Jay.
Yeah.
Ermir's lunging in with these flying, jumping knees. I don't think it's going to do him any favours. If he gets caught by Jay, he'll just put him straight to the floor. So he really needs to bide his time and, pick his shots carefully.
Because he's a longer guy as well. You can see, Jay's a bit shorter limbs. And, Ermir's got good hands. I've seen him in the gym with good hands. So he needs to utilise that a bit more.
I'm not sure what Ermir is waiting for. He should utilise that length of his.
Exactly.
He's got long arms and legs. Keep Jay away, and strike. But he's letting Jay dictate.
Even clinch, because Jay's so crouched down. When he comes in, clinch, knee.
Oh, lovely.
Caught a kick there.
The cage, I think, saved Ermir.
Yes. Wow, what a powerful guy.
Big double leg takedown there. I mean, that's just brute power. Luckily, Ermir didn't go down first time around. I mean, we certainly felt the cage shake there. But, he's in the same position again. Is Ermir Sefa. And Ermir really needs to sort of do something now because he's certainly behind on the judges' scorecards.
Yes, I would
great,
agree.
great advice from Ashley Grimshaw in the corner as well. Just telling Jay to take his time, be relaxed, and when the time is right to move. But saying that, Ermir does really well and gets up.
Jay missed the trick there. He had his shoulder on Ermir's face, but he didn't put his weight down on it, and his hips were a bit too high, and it gave Ermir that little bit of space to get out. Now I'd like to see Ermir actually engage some striking, stand up to.
Ermir, I don't know, he just looks tired to me. I think, having Jay's weight on him for the most of last round and this round is certainly taking its toll.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the nerves. First debut fight, hasn't been training long. I mean, it's bound to affect you physically. It's the weight. I mean, Jay's a big guy, and he's been on top of him. Again, lovely spinning kick by Ermir.
But he's not going to win this fight doing 1 or 2 strikes. He has to start combining them.
He has to sub him. But that's what he needs to do.
He needs to be more active.
Yeah. He may need to get in a compromised position, but he needs to work. Great brute power there.
Yeah, I mean, both went for strike, and obviously Jay ended up in a more of a dominant position to throw Ermir down there. Did so successfully, and now Ermir is paying the price yet again.
Jay really wants to strike him, but if I was in his corner right now, I'd be saying, get past that guard.
Yeah, I mean, he's got him against the cage, and he's in his own corner, so he's going to be comfortable there. And as you just heard, the 10-second clapper, and that's basically given Jay Richards. Okay, so end of that light heavyweight bout. I think Jay raises his hands. I think he knows he's done enough as we go to the judges' scorecards, but it seems pretty apparent who may have won that fight. And I think the gym box man has done enough there.
Put your hands together for both fighters, please. Winner by unanimous decision. The blue corner, Jay Richards.
There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Jay Richards winning by decision.
Guys, we're going to have a 15-minute
Ermir
interval.
put up a good
and also
fight,
we're
but
gonna have
unfortunately
Tudor
just fell
display in the
short.
cage.